I seem to get a lot of compliments for my double lift, a basic technique, and you know, I thought it was always a basic one, and I always give compliments to my friend Sean, who always has like a snappy double, who I always compliment. But in this section, we're going to cover my double lift style. It's like a Vernon-esque style, since Vernon published, I think, a couple different styles of doing the double lift. I just want to cover my thoughts on the double lift, how I do it, and so you can have an alternative version to do it as well. So hopefully it's not like, who is that advertiser? I forget his name. The guy who does this double lift. Like this. We do not want to do that. In what way or form is this, and especially getting the break and then doing this, in what way is this natural? It isn't. If you were to really turn over a single card as it was, it would just look like that, in a general sense. So we try to mimic it, so we can make it natural, so we can replicate what it would look like if it was a double. Or a single. So you mimic a single, even though it's a double. You get what I'm saying. And again, I compliment my friend Sean because he really has a nice snappy double alternative version. But this is a nice, if you don't, you know, you're searching for different ideas for how to maybe improve your double lift. Here's some my take on it, so you can maybe adapt your ideas to this one. It's just good having good variety of opinions, so you can develop your own style to the double lift. And I mean, we're not gonna go as fancy as the Gordon double lift, like something like that. I don't teach that. That is I believe it's a Stuart Gordon double lift. I see a guy, people at the Magic Castle used to do it, which was cool when I was there. But we're just going to cover my double lift. So there's a couple ways to do it, depending on your style. You know, you can always do just talk to spectators casually, and you can actually thumb off. This is a cool idea. You can thumb off two cards right here. This is a Daryl. I saw Daryl. You know, just Daryl, before he passed away, promoted this idea, which was cool. So you thumb off two cards, just like riffle off, 1, 2. You insert your forefinger. I'll first show it what it looks like. I would talk normally to a spectator, casual talk, and then I've got the double right there. And in this case, it's just literally thumbing off two cards. And excuse the non-over-the-shoulder view. I think you can still get the idea pretty well doing this. You just riff off two cards, insert your forefinger right into the break. Okay, so you got it right here. Okay, hopefully I'm not going too fast. Then our thumb clips right here, and it just kind of pops. So again, it's right here, thumb clips, and just you let your fingers go right here, and it just pops right there. And now it's easy whenever you want it to get that, turn over that card, just come in and then turn it over. Okay, and then there's also like sight counts. This was a Brother John Hammond idea. This is preparing for the turnover, and then we'll cover the actual turnover. Sight counting, which is a common thing I usually do. I just talk to spectators casually, and I just sight count 2, 3, 4. You have to just use your thumb to push off many, and you just look, and you can calculate. So right now, if you look very, very, very closely, hopefully it's sharp enough you can see it, I can get a break under 4 cards, and when I turn over, I've got a quad lift that looks like 1, and that is 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. So sight counting can be a good thing. If you want to just sight count, you push off, and then you square it right here as you're turning over, so you got a double. Okay, and then there's the old-fashioned ways, which is just talk a spectator and riffling up and feeling for 2. So this was the old way I used to learn with my friend Sean. Former mentor, close friend Sean. He, middle finger right here, forefinger right here, casually misdirect by talk of spectators, and then you look at them as you feel it. And you can eventually look down maybe once and insert, so you riffle up till you feel 2 or see 2. You work on seeing it, and then once you see it, train yourself so you can just feel it. And then if you get a triple, you can lift off 1 and just look down once, adjust, and you're all set. Don't act tense or worried, because that feeling is communicated to spectators to know that something's going up. They don't know what's going on, but they know something's up. And then you turn over, and then you got a double. Okay? And we'll cover the turnover very shortly, but I'm just giving alternative methods so you can be able to have a good arsenal of what you need to do. So we've covered the thumb off, okay, and I will eventually get Sean's double on film because it's a really nice thing to cover for variety. I want lots of different versions, so you have a wide array to choose from. I really believe in that from my heart. So the next one is the, so we've covered the riffling off double, we've covered the sight count double, and you can just push off, so it goes angle like this. Here's a little tip, you can do angle like that, or you can push straight off for easy double. It's only if you want two that's easier, just push straight off and get it. You can do what I do in walk around situations. I'm talk as spectator and I just let my hand drop out of sight, and while it's out of sight I just push off two. I can feel it by the cards each going off my fingers right here. I count 1, 2 have gone off my fingers. I've got 2, I pull back, I square it by letting my hands relax, and now I've got double right here, which I can use to turn over. And there's many other methods, but I just want to give actually good methods that you can use so you can make your time doing doubles easier, because I know if people are burning you, you don't want to be unsure in your technique. You want to be sure so you can get to the next part, or other situations where there could be tension, but not be double be the point of tension, because it's crucial. You're trying to solve that point without any tension, you know? So, well, now that we got some really good methods covered, now the actual turnover. So let's say we just got double, okay? Yeah, we'll just start with double. We can do triples and quadruples later. So we got double right here, okay? We need a point of contrast. I'm gonna use the 5 diamonds and 8 of spades, okay? So I just go for the casual talk as spectator. I get the double right in their face as long as I'm directing them. I've got it right here. Okay, and here's the method I use, okay? I've seen people go like this and do a double, and that looks like a really nervous double. Who, if you were to really turn over a card, would you really put pressure like this and do this? No, that in no way is natural. Vernon said doubles or turning over cards is like a feather. It has to be light. And using that methodology is how I formed my opinion double list. And I think I looked into Vernon's lists. I'm not 100% sure. I just remembered that piece of advice in developing my double when I was practicing it. And you don't want to over practice. You just want to get the method, get it down, get comfortable. It doesn't even have to be perfect. You can always, complement misdirection, use complementary misdirection, just talk to a spectator, actually talk to them, not just try to create powder or presentation, but really create meaningful conversation. So you're there, you're engaging with them. It's not just I'm presenting a trick, it's I'm engaging a trick where everyone enjoys it, and you want to be encompassing, okay? Different mindset, you say it from love. Interesting. So we got the double right here. Okay, now to do it, my style anyways, we've got double, grab it with first finger, second finger, and thumb. Okay, first finger, second finger, don't flip people off, thumb. Right here, gripped around the middle, okay, and then we get it, we gently, like a feather, slide it across, slide it, and then just, it's like with first finger, just let it fall. And I do an ant trap. That I believe it's, I forgot the name of the guy who created the ant trap. But it's an ant trap. I know that, I at least know the name. An ant trap using my thumb. So I grab it, slide it down to here. Not necessary to do the ant trap, it makes it easier getting it later. So the ant trap is basically your thumb blocks double from completing just slightly. So they can see the card clearly, but you got position of a double, so you can do this. So you can push it off, get a break underneath it, transfer it, and then turn it down without having to re-grip it or doing that. Because if you just turn it over and no ant trap, then you got here, which is a very clean display. Assuming you don't go like this and then the double slits, you got it right here. But then you need to go back and then get another break, or you need to do a little side count. This is actually a pretty good method, just doing a thumb off, so you can turn it over, and then doing that is pretty cool. But having that ant trap right here, so you can just slightly push off and get a new break, makes technique a lot easier. So before we get to before we go into the finer things of the ant trap, again, first finger, second finger, thumb. We've got the break using our method, whatever method you want to use. I'll use the thumb count. 1, 2. I'm talking spectator as I do this. 1, 2. I've got the thing. I transfer it over. It's popped right here. Turn it over. And I've let go. I let go, even though I'm squaring it, I let it go so it can fly and look natural. Because if you were really turn over a card, imagine how it would be. Like John Armstrong is known for his gin picks, which there's different methods. He's able to do it like this. I am not able to do it reliably that way. I need to cheat a little by using my middle finger right here, forefinger right here, thumb right here, and I can just feel it and get it. And I'm still working at it, but that, like, if you were to truly do a natural double lift, how do people, spectators, pick up cards? By the way, that was perfect doubles. How would they pick up cards? They would just go like this. Those are singles, mind you, but that's how spectators normally do it. So if you want to do that, you can use John Armstrong. Well, he popularized. I'm not sure if it was his gin picking, but John Armstrong definitely popularized the idea in his John Armstrong Volume 1 through 3 DVD set. Not sponsored, just like the guy. He's cool. For me, I'm a nerd. And that's gin picking. But if you were to turn the card over, you know, some people do this. You know, think of how people would normally do it. I mean, some people, I know magicians argue, but you're a magician, you're supposed to do it fancier. Okay, well then do it fancier, not questionably like that. Mark Mason, that's his name, who does this one. He promotes all the products at conventions and stuff, and it just hurts me in my soul to see this kind of lift. I mean, you would think, like, for doing magic for so many years, he would have a better lift. Not trashing the guy, but you just kind of wonder. And just doing double, just got a double. You can even get in their face. Worst case scenario, you got a double right there. And just doing it, it just looks so much better. If I was to turn over a card like in a fancy way, that's what it would look like. And we're trying to mimic that. That's the action. So that's what we're going for. And again, so I'm using the ant trap, so turn it over, got the ant trap, I stick my thumb in a little bit, fingers right here, thumb pushes off just slightly, up top spectator, and then as I direct their attention over here, that's when I get the break over here, so the reason for the slight misdirection is so that in case it isn't perfect, no worries, you have a second to fix it up before they look. So you got it right here, and then you can turn it over. And again, it looks so nice. Just, there you go, you let it flutter, it flutters, it can fly like a natural card. And it's a double, it's beautiful. So that is my quick thoughts on double lift. Again, I'm going to try to get Sean's really soon. He has a snappy one where sometimes it actually, I notice that he has really good sharp misdirection when he does it. So even when it fails, like it splits, he can quickly square it up and he's fine. So just a quick misdirection. I noticed he, like the amount of times I've seen it split is hilarious. Like it splits like that much, squares up real fast, and then it's good. But this, just the snappiness, like it just pops. I don't know. You have to see it on film to see what I'm talking about. It looks really nice. But just the point is, a slight amount of misdirection can fix the whole thing. So with misdirection, the right amount of misdirection at the right points, correctly used, you can be able to remove what you don't want to see from spectators ultimately, and to focus in on the images you do want spectators to see for the time being and create magical moments, you know? So those are my quick thoughts on the double lift. I might come back with more later or get Sean's. I know I mentioned his name a whole bunch. But he has a couple things I want to get on Evolving Magic that I think would be really cool. He knows I've been bugging him for that. Hope everyone's doing well. Like, follow, subscribe, and Danny out.